Hi everybody, it's Alexa here from Pages of Forbidden Love. Long time no see. Johnny and I haven't done a video in a long time. As you can see, Johnny is not here with me. I have a lot of books that are piling up, as you could probably see over here. Most of these are books that I haven't talked to you guys about, that I bought, and so yeah, even though it's not Sunday, I just thought I would do a video to show you what I've got recently, and kind of get some of it off the piles and put some of it away. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started to tell you a little bit about some of the books that I got somewhat recently. We'll pretend it was recently, okay? Alright, I got a whole bunch of books from different used bookstores. Changing Hands is in town. I go there pretty often. They have new and used books. Half Price Books is out here in Arizona. Where else did I go? Probably Bookman's too. I got some of these from. Just a whole bunch of different places because used books are a little bit cheaper than brand new books. The first one is Assassin's Gambit. I don't know why I'm really interested in this one, but I am. It's already been out for a few months, I think, and I really wanted it when I first saw that it was out in stores, but I put off buying it then. But then I found it at the used bookstore, and it's in really good shape. Whether that means the book was terrible and the person decided to not read it after a certain point, I have no idea. So this. It's supposed to be like a romance, kind of like a fantasy romance. She's supposed to be an assassin, of course. It works for like a king, and it's kind of like historical and fantasy and romance kind of all in one from what I understand, so can't be too bad. Next I got Bunheads. There's a different cover on this. There's a cover that looks more like this with all the kind of girls on it. I think this is like a UK cover, but of course it's about a girl who's a ballerina, and the tagline on here is, "How do you choose between your first love and your first solo?" So obviously she has fallen in love, and she's also probably supposed to have like a big ballet recital to maybe get into a ballet school or something. And she's having to kind of make decisions probably between what she really loves to do, but is a lot of work, kind of like a professional life, and a kind of fun, more, I want to have a boyfriend and do fun things and not always work so hard to become a ballerina type of life. So that should be interesting. I also bought The Night Circus. A girl that I go to school with actually asked me if I had read this and if I owned a copy of it, and I told her I really had no intention of reading this. I don't know, I guess I just didn't really want to read this book, but everybody says it's really good, and she kind of wanted me to give it a try before she maybe reads it, so figure I'll give it a try. If I don't like it, I can always just give it to her, maybe she'll like it a little bit better. I also got Venom. I don't know why, but lately I've been really interested in getting a copy of this book. This book has been out. I mean, this is the paperback version that I think just came out a couple weeks ago. So the hardback cover of this is a bit different. It's got a girl with like a purple mask on it. This has been out for a long time, and for some reason I never picked it up, even though it is teen, and it's supposed to be kind of like historical romance for teen, and that doesn't actually happen that often. Most historical romance stuff that I read is actually adult. So I'm really interested in reading a teen version of that. See the progress I'm making? Even, we do miss Johnny, and it would be better if he was here to talk to all of you and make jokes and kind of all that stuff, but now I get to actually get through my pile of books without him interrupting me every 20 seconds. Next up, I got a copy of Hold Me Closer, Necromancer. Again, I'm not really sure why I'm interested in this one. The author, I think, is an Arizona author, or she just comes to Arizona on book tours a lot because maybe she lives in a state close to here. I've met her a couple times when I was getting a bunch of books signed by other authors who were also on tour with her, and yet I never bought her book. So I wanted to rectify that, and I wanted to get it because it sounds really good. And it has a male narrator. So in teen books, it's not very common to have a male narrator, and I always look for those type of books, so I'm really interested in reading this one. I also bought a copy of Passion. I have not read the series yet, but I do own, I think I won Fallen and Torment, used copies of them from a blog a long time ago, and so then I kind of keep an eye out for any more used copies of the rest of the series that are not really that expensive. I've heard great things about the series. I've also heard bad things about the series. I'm not even sure that the series is wrapped up at this point. I think there's maybe like 5 or 6 books currently out in it, and the series just seems to get longer, so I'm not sure if there's an end in sight. But if the author got the go-ahead to write, you know, book 5 or book 6 or whatever she's on right now, then it must be a good series that's going somewhere, otherwise she wouldn't have anything to write about for 6 books, so I guess we'll see. Now, probably a lot of you are going to be very upset with me on this one, but there is one kind of like famous author, I guess you could say, that I do not own any books by and have not read any books of his, David Leviathan. I got a copy of Every Day. I don't know why I decided to pick this one out of all the books that he has written and that people have said really good things about, but the summary on this one sounds really good, and I really kind of like the idea of it, so hopefully I will like reading my first David Leviathan book. I don't know why, I've just never given this author a chance. And he did come to Arizona for like a book signing, and I didn't go, sadly enough. Maybe that's why I kind of want to read his work and see if maybe next time he comes through town, if it'll be worth going or not. Now lately I have been rereading the Harry Potter series, not reading. If I was reading Harry Potter series for the first time, I must be hiding under a rock somewhere. I've been rereading the Harry Potter series lately. I'm currently on book 4, and I'm even trying the audio on book 4 to see if I do like, I think his name is Jim Dale or Jim Hale who narrates that. It's really good so far. I just started listening to it today, actually. But of course, J.K. has written some other books now for adults, and it's J.K. Rowling, guys. Like, you have to give it a try. So, they had a copy of Casual Vacancy for pretty cheap at the used bookstore, and it looks like it's in brand new condition anyway. So, I am going to give this one a shot. I don't know if I'm going to move on to the one by Robert Collins, or whatever the other one is by, because I'm not sure I'll love her adult stuff yet, so I figured I'd give this one a try and see how it goes. She is the woman who wrote Harry Potter, though, so how bad could it really be? And then last, I know this video is getting kind of long at this point, and you're probably tired of just me talking instead of Johnny being here with me. Last is The Days of Blood and Starlight, which is the sequel to Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I love Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and if you get the chance, I would listen to it on audio, and then maybe read it, or like read it and then listen to it again on audio if you want to do like a reread of it, because the audio is fantastic. So why did I buy a paper copy of this one? I don't know, because I kind of sometimes like to read some of the pages and listen to audio kind of half and half a little bit, so plus this is like a really hefty book. I think it's over 500 pages. And this is sadly not the pretty cover. The US has a much better cover than this, but sometimes the used bookstore near me gets like old the UK kind of stuff as they're trying to get rid of it, so it's the UK cover. Not quite as fascinating as the girl with the pretty kind of like masks and eye makeup and all that kind of cool stuff, but it's a book nonetheless, and I'm gonna read it. So that is everything that I have gotten somewhat recently. Like I said, there is stacks and stacks and stacks of stuff like behind me here that I have yet to talk about. It was also my birthday about 2 months or so ago, so I bought myself a whole bunch of books. I was given a whole bunch of books. I got gift cards to buy more books. So a lot of these books are sitting here behind me because I went on huge book sprees about 2 months ago. So slowly but surely, hopefully I will be doing videos. Hopefully the next one, Johnny will actually be here to entertain you all like normal, instead of it just being me rambling about some stories. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Bye.